Good evening, Mayor, City Council, City Manager. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Kimberly Schaaf. I'm the Oak Park Public Library Director. I am really excited to publicly announce our plans for a redesign of the interior of the Oak Park Public Library. Our project is called Your Vision, Our Mission, a redesign with you in mind. This short presentation will explain our process, our goals, and how we're accomplishing this. In order to form our goals for making the library a better space for everyone, we obtained input from residents in the form of paper surveys, online surveys, with a lot of verbal input from those who came into the library, as well as stakeholders such as the Friends of the Library, parents who participated in programs, and teens. In addition to these residents, I coordinated with the city administration, and of course, input from our maintenance department and our library board, which were instrumental in looking over our budget, asking super thoughtful questions, and giving a ton of input. We have a very representational library board, all of whom are here tonight except for one. Raise your hand if you're part of the library board. Thank you. Without you guys, this would not be possible. Each member of our library board brings a ton of expertise in a variety of different ways and ask wonderful questions. So based on all of this input from all of these stakeholders mentioned in the previous slide, we came up with these specific goals for redesigning our library space, with the overarching goal of making this a space that better accommodates each and every purpose and person that comes in the doors. We are going to create a dedicated early literacy area within the youth department. We are going to relocate our youth department away from adult study space. We're going to have parent-only internet computers within the youth area so that they can watch their kids while they conduct their business. We are going to relocate and enhance the teen department to an area that has a little more supervision and doesn't impact the traffic flow as much. We are going to have quiet study tables away from high traffic areas, which is something that many people have requested. We are going to relocate and improve the study rooms. And we are going to centralize the location of our computer lab to make it easier to use, easier access to assistance from staff, easier access to printers. We are going to have a space dedicated to highlighting Oak Park history, and we are going to have a select number of new furniture pieces. So phase one of this project is going to start fairly soon, end of January or beginning of February, and we're going to start by relocating and upgrading our study rooms. The library will be open for totally normal business hours, and you can conduct business as normal, but we will have no study rooms during that time. You may hear some construction noise. Phase two is going to be the big one. This is going to start March 11th and run through March 31st. During that time, the library building is going to be closed to the public. That is to allow for the movement of all departments and all materials. We have 83,000 items, and all of those items are going to be relocated. So we will offer limited curbside service. Our staff will be available by phone during normal business hours. And this is going to allow for the complete reconfiguration of the library floor plan. And we're going to be getting some furniture upgrades during that time as well. The funding for this project was actually set aside in the fiscal year 23-24 budget in our capital outlay line. This is not part of the recreation millages or Elevate Oak Park. This is funded entirely out of savings that have been accumulated over approximately the past 4 years.
Could you say that part again?
This is being funded entirely out of savings, and there is no increase to taxes.
Because we were financially responsible, we were able to afford to do this. And it's not
Yes.
out of a millage either, right, that just passed.
Yes. And with that, I'll conclude the presentation. Are there any questions?
Bravo. Yes, City Manager Chungi.
Director Schaaf, I would like you to speak to the possibility of us receiving a grant to fund all or a portion of this project.
I did apply for a grant, a capital improvement grant through the state of Michigan for $93,000. I'm still waiting to hear as to whether that grant will come through. So fingers crossed, if everyone in the room can cross their fingers as well. But I am always trying to look for alternative funding sources to take the burden off of taxpayers, for sure.
Wonderful, wonderful. That's great news. And Mayor Pro Tem Burns said her mother doesn't use, she's in her 80s and she doesn't use a cell phone or email or any of that stuff. So she was delighted to get this in her water bill. And we try and deal with everybody, however they get their news. We do it all kinds of ways. Thank you.
The library is for everybody. Thank you.
There are no public hearings or communications or accounting reports.